Good afternoon, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. I'm your host, Ross World. And today we'll be talking about Patriot Pay. Now, Patriot Pay is trying to be introduced by Mitt Romney, who is the senator of Utah. Now, I went through this proposal. Now, first and foremost, there's some Patriot acts, Patriot movies, all these things that have Patriot in it, right? And I just want to make sure we don't get confused when Mitt Romney's talking about Patriot Pay. It's a very popular name. Nonetheless, let's see what Patriot Pay is not first, okay? This is just a little fun part of the video. You guys just stay with me or whatever, okay? Remember the Patriot Act, okay? The U.S. Patriot Act is an act of the United States Congress that was signed into law by President George Bush on October 26, 2001. Now, officially uniting and strengthening America by providing appropriated tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism. So it's not that, okay? Neither is it the Patriot Act with Hassan Minhaj. That's the guy on Netflix who does sort of a comedy commentary with deep dives to social and economic issues, okay? And also news. This is off of Mitt Romney's site. Now, Patriot Pay is basically paying essential workers an extra $12 an hour as a bonus. The first thing that you probably want to know is, how do I get in on this? Now, essentially, if I scroll down here, who will qualify for the tax credit? Who will qualify for Patriot Pay? Those who will qualify will be designated by the Department of Labor, okay? Because it says here, how would Patriot Pay work? Let's first go over that. For essential employees that make less than $50,000 annualized, employees will receive a 75% refundable payroll tax credit for a bonus up to $12 an hour. For essential employees making over $50,000, the tax credit fades out by $24 for every additional $500 income until annualized income hit $90,000. So essentially, if you make $90,000, even if you are an essential worker, like high-paid nurses, maybe a nurse practitioner, maybe a doctor, maybe a manager at a grocery store that may seem essential, it all depends. You're not going to get this extra $12 an hour, right? Because some of these workers are on salary, but nonetheless, they would figure out a way how to give them this money. Now, the maximum tax credit is $14.40 per month per employee, meaning a full-time worker would receive up to $19.20 monthly bonus. Okay, that's $1,920. Now, who will qualify for this? Congress and the Department of Labor will designate critical industries, including but not limited to hospitals, food distributors, and processors and health manufacturers. Eligible employees were certified that an employee worked in conditions that increase per potential COVID-19 exposure. Eligible employees will qualify for tax credits for employee bonuses provided between May 1st and July 31st, 2020. Employees must work at least 100 hours each month they receive the bonus for their wages to be eligible for the tax credit. Now, this is proposed for the months of May, June, and July, right? This is proposed for those particular months. Now, I like to go to the horse's mouth right here on Mitt Romney's site, who is trying to propose this. The question is, if you're not an essential worker, if you're not deemed an essential worker by the Department of Labor and Congress, then you not get it. Now, and granted, these great workers, these great people, these heroes, so to speak, because they're going into the lion's den. They're dealing with people with COVID-19. Okay, they're putting themselves, their family, and their friends at risk because, right, they're going inside of it, and the amount of spores in the air, they have to wear all this protective equipment. And some of you say, well, this is their job. But essentially, they don't have to go to work, right? They don't have to go they could quit. As a matter of fact, there's always been a shortage of nurses. Now, people are not even signing up to be nurses anymore at this given moment because they don't want to put themselves at risk. Now, if you didn't know this, there's been a large percent of medical workers, right? All tiers, doctors, nurses, CNAs, medical assistants, you name it, have quit or who have taken a leave of absence, who have taken vacation days because they simply don't want to go through this pandemic. I understand. Here's the good part about this. They're going to get their just due. They deserve every dollar. They deserve every cent of this money. Yes, they do. The problem what I had with this is, where is you and I stimulus? I'm not saying take away from nothing you're trying to do, but this doesn't encompass everybody. Right now, no household is stable, okay, unless you're just rich. No household is stable. There's food and groceries that need to be bought. There's electric bills that need to be paid, water bills that need to be paid, gas bills need to be paid. No one's picking up your trash because guess what? You had to call the trash man and say, hey, I'm about to discontinue my service. And I know some of you have done that just to save that $30 to $50 for the guy just come pick up your trash. You're like, I'm going to find some place to pick up my trash. So I like this bill on the hand that it helps those who are putting themselves in harm's way, taking care of those who are sick, those who are affected by this infliction. All those things, I got it. But it does not include you and I. Those who may need it even more so than these people. Because here's the thing. I want you to look at it the flip side. Again, I want you to keep this in the back of your mind. I am not saying they don't deserve it. They deserve it and even plus more. Let's get that out of the way. Second thing, they're working. You're not. They're working. The economy is in shambles, essentially, right? They're working, you're not. So they are getting money. I'm not saying take nothing away from them, but where is your support? Where is your relief from the federal government? See, that's why I tend to lean on Tim Ryan's and Ilhan Omar's proposed bills to Congress. That's that $2,000 a month if you're single, $4,000 a month if you are married. Now, that's Tim Ryan's proposed bill. Now, Ilhan Omar's proposed bill is basically Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act of 2020, meaning from, May up until 6 months or even longer, depending how long this pandemic actually, goes on for, that you don't pay. Simply, you don't pay mortgage, you don't pay rent, and you're not penalized, your credit is not affected, etc. So I just want to give you this information, guys, and I'm going to keep you updated on relevant information because there's just so much information out there and people are just loading all this information to you guys here, but I'm trying to give you the ear to the street, so to speak, information where it's just real, true, and of course, my perspective. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I'll get with you guys on the next video. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And guess what, guys? I got other videos that deal with, high yield saving, raising your credit score, getting out of debt, investing, real estate, you name it. Come here. I'm out.